What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the upcoming crossover for COD 2.0, a new pack that got revealed, and even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and there's only a couple days left to enter my Blackcell bundle giveaway. In order to enter, just send me screenshot proof on Twitter or Discord of you signing up for Aura using my link down below in this video's description. The sign up is completely free, and you won't be charged for the app if you cancel the trial before 14 days. Aura is an all-in-one security app offering a solid VPN, password security manager, live credit score checker, and even more. The link to that is, of course, down below. But with that, Infinity Ward did state on Twitter earlier today that this morning they released an update that addressed an issue where the scoreboard cannot be open or would cause flickering for some players in multiplayer matches. This fix has caused some prestige icons to appear incorrectly in the scoreboard, however, and they were aware and tracking the issue itself. Now, also in terms of some other updates in regards to the Call of Duty franchise and the private Activision investors call that happened yesterday, I am aware that I used to stream the reactions to those calls back when they were public a couple years ago, but ever since the announcement of the Microsoft acquisition, they've stopped doing those public calls to where I can listen in live on stream and react with you guys. We'll hopefully do that again at some point in the future, but it was confirmed that Activision's expanded teams are delivering substantial post-launch content for both the premium game and the free-to-play Warzone 2.0 experience. New content modes and gameplay enhancements have had a positive impact on engagement, and that's a no-brainer, right? And Activision is planning more compelling live services for the coming months. Hopefully that means that the future seasons of Modern Warfare 2, whether it's seasons 4, 5, 6, or whatever, are on par with the quality of season 3, where nearly every game mode gets equal treatment, healthy amounts of updates, quality of life improvements for multiplayer, Warzone, and DMZ equally. Let's see what happens with that, and they have yet to really confirm if Modern Warfare 2 is a 5-season game like Vanguard was. I'm gonna say that it probably is, but that's of course just a theory as of right now. But it was also posted that Activision is claiming Modern Warfare 2 premium sales were significantly higher this year compared to Vanguard's Q1. That's also a no-brainer. In-game MTX sales in Call of Duty also grew year after year. Activision once again confirms a full annual premium release in the Call of Duty franchise is launching later this year. They did not mention the developer, but it's widely rumored to be Sledgehammer Games. Warzone Mobile is also still set for this year. I'm really excited about Warzone Mobile. I'll be covering that here on the main channel, since of course we'll be directly integrated with COD 2.0, but I want to say they're probably not going to say that COD 2023 is being led by Sledgehammer until they reveal some more content around it. If it truly is a Modern Warfare 2.5, if it's like a spin-off to this game, the way that Miles Morales is to Spider-Man PS4, then they're going to wait to say who the lead developer is. Because of the poor reception of Vanguard, they'd rather show us how good the game's probably going to be before saying, hey guys, Sledgehammer is in charge of the whole project itself. They're probably going to want to say, yeah, Infinity Ward's, launching certain parts of that game, since it's kind of like a spin-off to Modern Warfare 2. They're probably going to want to say, if there's zombies, oh, Treyarch's also putting a helping hand into the game, and then they'll go ahead and announce that Sledgehammer is actually leading it. But again, it's unclear when they're going to reveal that game. I think it was close to about a year ago from today when they revealed the logo for Modern Warfare 2. They were ready to move on from Vanguard as fast as possible, so that kind of made sense, but I think they still want to do a little bit more with Modern Warfare 2 in the spotlight before announcing that a new Call of Duty is going to be led by Sledgehammer. They'll probably do that later this summer. But also another big update that I might make a separate video about in the future, since I made a couple of individual videos about this topic in which you guys really enjoyed my breakdown and kind of news roundup of how complicated this is, the Microsoft acquisition. So it was confirmed yesterday that the UK CMA has blocked Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard King. Of course, Microsoft is going to appeal this decision, but it is a massive step back as UK CMA was the biggest threat to the deal. And the problem with this is that they're claiming that cloud gaming is the reason, that the deal would not benefit cloud gaming whatsoever and would harm competition. So that obviously is a really weird take. I think cloud gaming plays a role in this acquisition, but to me isn't the real reason why it should have been blocked to begin with, if you believe the deal should have been blocked. Obviously Sony wants that to be the case, so they're probably really excited about this at this point. But like I've also said in many previous videos, and as I will probably in a future video, when it comes to the deal of Microsoft and Activision, if it ever does go through, which if it does, it's going to be a while, but if it ever goes through, we're not going to really see things take into effect or impact Call of Duty for a while, at least not till maybe after the next Black Ops game, if that. But like I said, it's not a situation where we have to worry about what's going to change about Call of Duty as soon as this fall. No, we're very far away from anything changing at all if it even goes through, but I think it's going to be multiple months, maybe even years of paperwork and rebuttals and more court cases and even appeals, to the point where we're probably not going to see a resolution to this for quite some time. But yesterday we got the release of the Going Dark Soap Bundle over in COD 2.0, and we obviously have a classic soap pack coming out, I think closer to Season 3 Reloaded, but this pack in particular came with 2 blueprints, one for an FTAC Recon, another for the Lockman Sub Pro. That's actually a Pro Toon blueprint blueprint to be exact. We also have another active duty slot for DMZ. So I guess at this rate, we're probably going to get a dozen or so bundles that feature active duty slots for DMZ. And that will probably mean you could have unlimited active duty operator slots if you just keep buying these bundles. If you didn't buy any of these bundles, you only have access to 3 duty slots for free with the launch of Season 3. So we'll have to wait and see if they ever amend this at some point, or maybe in a future update for the faction missions, some of the rewards for doing certain factions could be extra active duty slots, or blueprints that cool down faster in your insurance slot, or maybe operator skins that come with those quote-unquote pay-to-win elements where you can spawn in with a 2-plate vest or a backpack or whatever the case is. Now don't forget, this Friday is the release of what apparently is a bundle that costs 3,000 COD points, a pack that I'm looking forward to because of the blue theme around it, the elemental tracer theme that it's going for. It looks absolutely mental from the previews that exist online. Again, if bundles or cosmetics aren't your thing, you're not going to care about that anyway. Just skip over this timestamp, but it's a pack that I'm excited to review, and I'll be streaming the launch of the bundle, of course, tomorrow morning, along with doing a video shortly afterwards. But as of today, we got some marketing for new CDL team designed weapon blueprints. They're going to be available on May the 2nd. These also feature pro signature stickers. It's unclear how much these packs or blueprints are going to cost. Probably not that much, but I definitely think Treyarch has absolutely killed it with the CDL part here of Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Rank play is amazing. No doubt in my mind that Warzone Ranked will also be pretty fun whenever that releases during the mid-season update. But in terms of the CDL support for this game, the cosmetics have gotten so much better. And obviously, by playing Ranked by itself, you can get a dozen of free rewards that fit the themes of some of your favorite pro teams or whatever the case is with that. But yeah, these different blueprints did leak out, I think, a couple of weeks ago when the patch went live for Season 3. So we knew these were coming, but I think it's awesome that cosmetics have never looked better in Modern Warfare 2, and Season 3 has been a really positive step in the right direction for those out there that really care about free unlocks or just different cosmetics that have cool themes behind them, things that really pop out. And like I mentioned in a previous video, Modern Warfare 2, at least in my opinion, has been one of few CODs to offer so many free unlockables. And obviously these CDL blueprints are not going to be free, but if that pisses you off, just know that there are a number of free unlocks that you can get your hands on through a number of different ways. If you guys don't want to spend money on some of the bundles and packs in this game, there's so many other ways you can get your hands on cool cosmetics without paying a cent. But now I also want to give a shout out to Elvis COD over on Twitter, who did put out a bit of a roundup of what's going on with the upcoming crossover for Modern Warfare 2. We know based on the Activision data breach that we're getting at least one licensed celebrity operator every season. In Season 1 we got the World Cup athlete, Season 2 we got Shredder. So the question is, who's going to be the operator for Season 3, right? Who really fits in with the whole Mexican cartel Las Almas theme going on with our 3rd season? It's kind of up in the air right now. There's an image in the recent blog post suggesting that there is a mystery operator coming, and it's kind of hard to tell who that will be based on that image. I know somebody out there pointed out that Alejandro actually wears an outfit that's similar to Snake from Metal Gear Solid, so that was a fun theory to play around with, but I'm not sure if that would really make sense for a crossover here in our 3rd season. But there are some teasers that have popped up which could actually suggest that one of your favorite TV shows might be crossing over with Call of Duty. So first off, possibly a Breaking Bad collab. So it's a bit of a long shot, but as Elvis went ahead and said on Twitter, since the season is about the Mexican drug cartel and the fact there is a Breaking Bad reference in the crossing map, maybe this could be a hint that we could see something Breaking Bad related in Season 3. That would be hilarious. I mean, people out there have been asking for Walter White in a game like Multiverses. That hasn't happened, but I certainly think Breaking Bad is popular enough to justify doing a crossover in just about any game, and the fact that this is a drug-themed season for the most part, it would work out. Now, I do think it's a bit unlikely though, since it's kind of out there for Call of Duty to do a crossover with a show like that, but I personally wouldn't mind that. Again, it did Attack on Titan at some point, so, you know, even though that fit the theme of World War II and Vanguard, it still was kind of like an out there crossover to where Breaking Bad to me would make a little bit more sense. But also the possibility of Monsterverse Part 2. There are references to a monster in Ashika Islands, and that's obviously in Japan, and some logbooks over in DMZ. There are signs and intel suggesting that there is something lurking in the distance deep in that ocean. So maybe we're getting some type of big monster event like we got with Operation Monarch last year, and to me that was a great event. It was crazy seeing King Kong and Godzilla wrecking havoc through Caldera. It was cool to see some in-game challenges, free rewards, blueprints, obviously even the bundles with Godzilla, King Kong themselves, even Mechazilla. That was a pretty badass crossover. Even though Vanguard and Caldera made for a very strange year for Call of Duty, community interest was at an all-time low, and things didn't really make sense canon-wise or story-wise, it was still awesome to see just a fun crossover that worked for gameplay. Even if it made no sense story-wise, for gameplay, it was fun. It was enjoyable. It was worth streaming, making videos on. I had a good time with that. So if we get another monster type of crossover on Ashika, that'll be great, and could also line up with the fact that Ashika Island is getting ground war support at some point in the future, as well as plunder support. So with that in mind, we're going to be getting more updates to Ashika Island. So it'd be cool if the main crossover took place on that map and not Al Mazrah. But I was also mentioned the possibility of John Wick, since that's been something that's been asked for since Modern Warfare 19. And hey, John Wick Chapter 4 kind of just came out, and it's very popular. It's doing well at the box office. People wouldn't mind that. I know John Wick was in Fortnite already, so it's not out of the realm of possibility to see him in a game for a crossover. And then also something that I didn't know about, which is WrestleMania or WWE. COD UK posted an unreleased wrestling finishing move when advertising the Blackcell pass. If I could find that tweet, I will put it on screen, but if I can't, maybe you guys saw something about this, you could let me know down below in the comments or send me a link to it over on Twitter or Discord. That's interesting, right? I don't really see them doing WWE. That's something that's even more out there than Attack on Titan or Breaking Bad. But hey, if they do that, that'll be something interesting. I mean, it'll be kind of funny to see. There's also a rumor going around from the usual suspects and leakers on Twitter that apparently TimTheTat and Nickmerc are going to be getting operators in Warzone 2.0. That's just a rumor, unless there's like concrete evidence that they've seen, which we haven't publicly seen yet, to suggest that. That's wild. Let me know how you feel about that down below. Those will probably sell very well, but I get the TimTheTat one, but the Nickmerc one is a bit out there. I know he's played Warzone 2 a little bit more recently, but he moved to Apex full time. I think it was before Warzone Pacific, if I'm not mistaken, so he hasn't really been in the Call of Duty scene that much, but hey, he's popular enough as an entertainer, as a streamer, to probably justify doing a pack that Activision knows will probably sell well. So that's going to be cool to see. It might open up the door to other content creators eventually getting some operator packs at some point in the future. That's a cool step in the right direction to really kind of bridging the gap better between, you know, big streamers, influencers, COD creators with working directly with Call of Duty in new ways that haven't been done before. Hopefully that also opens the door to supporter creator codes coming back or gifting and things like that that could really just improve the MTX space that much better for COD 2.0. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the upcoming crossover coming for COD 2.0? Who do you think it is, or what do you think it is for Season 3? What are your thoughts on the brand new CDL bloopers and everything else we discussed? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.